soap net.
Oh, you poor, poor baby.
Don't touch me.
I'm sorry I strangled you. Does it hurt that much?
Maybe you give my neck a rest for a while. Take your frustrations out on some other body part.
I didn't mean to hurt you.
That I believe. Yes, if you're going for real pain, you could have just shot me.
Listen up. I just thought if I looked a little bit like Blair, it would get you in the mood to make our baby. Can't you see how much I love you, Todd? I was willing to be Blair for you. That's how much.
Margaret, you'll never be Blair, ever.
I would appreciate it if we didn't talk about you know who during breakfast.
Oh, okay, got it.
You know, sometimes I think I gave birth to a bat.
Mom, seriously, you don't have to stop talking about Dad, okay? I think about him all the time, whether you talk about him or not.
So do I, sweetie. So do I.
Hi.
Hey.
Did you order yet?
No, Mommy's making fresh coffee as we speak. You know, not that I'm complaining or anything, but I was a little surprised at the breakfast invitation.
I wanted to let you know that you're right.
I was? About?
I thought that you were overreacting when you moved into Landfair. Thanks for not listening to me. I feel a lot safer with you there.
Thanks, I think. Jess, is that what this breakfast is really about? Jess?
I needed to show you something, and I didn't want to show it to you in the house. I found this underneath the door last night.
Where have you been? You were gone before I woke up.
I went to the gym. I didn't want to wake you.
I wouldn't have minded. Let me give you a back rub. Neck probably is a little tense, you know?
What are you doing?
Just fixing your hair. Excuse me. John.
Morning.
What are you doing here?
Thought I told you to stay away from my wife. Actually, I came to see you, Chris. Oh, what is it this time? Just wondering why you bought a gun yesterday.
I've changed my mind. I don't want to eat here.
Why? Oh, no.
Oh, Ace is back. I'm gonna go over and say.
No, Star, come on. You can't do that. I explained everything to you already about Ace.
Yeah, but if Ace isn't my cousin, then why is Kevin with them?
Yeah, that's a good question. You know what? I think I'll have a few words. No.
with my friend
It's okay.
Kevin.
It's okay. I'll be right back.
Hey, Ace, look who it is. It's Mommy. Maybe she'll have breakfast with us, huh?
I just want to ask
ask you something.
Sure.
Do you remember when I told you that our baby died? Our son, Kevin. The one I carried inside me.
Why would you bring that up now?
To give you some idea of what Babe Chandler is probably going through right about now. Without her son.
Star, you gonna order some French toast? I'm not hungry.
Sweetie, you have to eat something, so come on.
Mom, everything has just been so weird lately. I mean, first Ace and now Dad. You know what? I had a dream last night that Dad called me.
What'd he say?
He just kept repeating that he loves me.
Sweetie.
And then he said, you have to tell Mom that I need her help. Mom, I have a really bad feeling about this.
You know, it's just a dream.
But Mom, what if it was a sign?
We're gonna get your dad back, sweetie, I promise you. I promise.
How? Do you know something?
Not really.
Mom, you do. You know where he is. What's wrong? What's happened with Dad?
Star.
Mom, why won't you tell me? Mom, please.
Star, stop. You were right all along. Your father didn't run off. He was kidnapped.
I thought I was pretty believable as Blair, what with the trampy dress and the long stringy hair.
You just don't get it.
Oh, and the accent. I know that was perfect. Oh, and the singing. That was perfect, too.
You were lip-syncing, Margaret. Nothing about you is anything like Blair. You're pathetic.
There you go again. No wonder I get angry enough to want to strangle you to death. But I won't. Not until I figure out another way to get you inspired. We don't have much time. I won't be ovulating forever.
Margaret, why don't you just give this up?
Well, you don't want to be cooped up here for another month now, do you? Waiting for me to be fertile?
No, but I will. Even if I have to listen to your ovarian odyssey 24/7. No sex. No baby. Not ever. Not in this lifetime.
It reminds me of my spring semester. Business school. Final year. Advanced principles of accounting. I was certain I was going to fail that class. 2 whole years I had spent getting my MBA, and it was all going to be over. And a couple days before the midterm, Professor Adams found me crying in the library. I told him that I was never going to pass his class. He found me a tutor, and I finally got a B in that class.
Is there a point?
Yes. I never forgot what Professor Adams told me that day in the library. He said, Margaret, absolutely never say never.
John, what are you talking about? Christian doesn't have any gun.
Actually, I did buy one.
What? Why?
Protection. You know, Landfair's got pretty heavy security. You sure you need a weapon? Jessica has a stalker. Whoever it is trashed her room and her car. For all I know, he'll go after Natalie next. We're looking into it, Chris. They got you on the case? Great. He's never gonna find whoever's harassing Jessica. He's way too busy checking up on me. Why, McBain? What exactly is it you think I did?
Why didn't you tell me about this last night?
It was late. I didn't want to.
Do you realize what this means, Jess? The stalker was on the property. I could have gone after him.
You know, you couldn't. You weren't there anyway.
You could have called me.
Work that?
Jess, this is a threat.
Or it's someone's opinion of me.
Okay, this is serious.
I know, Antonio. I know it's serious, okay? Why do you think I showed it to you? I need your help. Good morning. Good morning, Carlotta.
You know, it does my heart good to see the two of you here together again.
Well, why don't you join us?
Sure.
Relax, Chris. No one's accusing you of anything. I just asked you a simple question.
How do you even know about a gun?
Well, the department gets a list of all permit applicants.
Then you know I did the paperwork.
You know, while I'm here, why don't I just take a quick look at it?
It's upstairs.
Oh, wait.
I don't understand.
You need to know he has a gun. Especially he's not who he says he is.
Stop saying that, okay? He is Christian. I know he is.
Would the Chris you know buy a gun? Excuse me. McBain.
Hi, it's me.
Hey, what's up?
I'm about to do something, but I wanted to check with you first.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm at the diner, and I'm pretty sure I can get a DNA sample that you can compare with Christian's.
Go for it. I'll be there as soon as I can. Thanks.
Just wanted help.
I appreciate it. Bye.
You know, John, whatever you think about Christian, you're way off, okay? Don't you think I would know my own husband?
Then prove me wrong. Get me the DNA sample.
There's got to be a way.
Look, Margaret. It's obvious you're getting frustrated here. And I'm nearly dead.
Shh. I am trying to think.
You've been at this for weeks and nothing has worked for you. Nothing's going to work. I think you better face facts. Some things you just can't coerce from a person, even if it preserves their own existence.
No. Listen, I don't want to force you. That would be rape. Oh, but then again, you understand what that means really well, now don't you? You were sent to prison for raping that poor girl while you were in college.
Yes, that's right. And I live to regret it every day of my life.
Oh, really? Well, then I wonder why you did it again. To your own wife. And you keep insisting that you love her.
So you mean to tell me that Margaret has been keeping Dad hostage this whole time?
Yeah, it looks that way.
I knew it. I knew he wouldn't just walk out on us like that, but I know that Dad hates cops, but I really think that we're gonna have to bring him into
Look,
this.
the cops are involved, all right? They just don't have enough evidence, and I don't have any proof against her.
Well, what are we gonna do?
This.
Why do you keep defending her?
No woman deserves to have her child taken away from her. She's a good person, and she's a good mother.
Was she a good person when she drugged his nanny? Huh? Took Ace off for life on the run?
She was obviously desperate to have her child back. She knows that Ace is her son.
Well, she could have come to me.
Oh, and what would you have said? Sorry, it's not our fault. Better luck next time?
According to the law, I'm his father, okay? I'm responsible for what happens to him. And yes, I'm sorry for what Babe's going through, okay? But think about it, Kelly. She could wind up in jail. JR could get him. Or he could end up in foster care. I mean, don't you want him to have everything I can give him? Everything we can give him? I gotta be honest with you right now. Look at him. I just think he wants you to hold him.
Okay, mami, nos vemos ahorita. All right. I'm gonna have my friend at CSU look at this, okay?
Thank you.
I'm having him look at the cable cutters again, too. Jess, I will find out who's doing this. I promise.
Carlotta, this coffee tastes off to me.
Really? Strange. Jessica just said it tasted so good. Tastes fine to me.
Oh, it's probably just me. I had some vitamins. My taste buds are a little off. Don't worry about it.
Excuse me?
Carlotta, ¿dónde estás?
Marcy, hi.
Hi.
Is everything all right?
No, I'm just a little worried.
What's wrong?
It's Michael. He was suspended from the hospital.
Yeah, I know. John told me. I'm so sorry.
Now he's missing.
I will not get you the DNA sample.
Why? You afraid I might be right?
No. Because those tests will only confirm what I already know. That man upstairs is the same man that I married and the same man that I fell in love with.
Then prove that I'm wrong. Get me that sample.
I'm not going behind Christian's back.
Even though you might be living with a stranger?
I'm not.
Then why is he acting like someone you don't even know?
You know why. You know what happened to him on that ship.
No, I don't. And neither do you.
Oh my God, John, do you know how crazy this sounds? I mean, why would anybody want to take Christian's place?
What's going on? What'd you say to my wife?
I did not rape Blair.
That isn't what I heard.
I'm not going to discuss this with you.
I know the whole story, Todd, about how you got furious with Blair for sleeping with Kevin Buchanan.
Margaret, shut up.
Oh, in your trial? Oh, I remember every lurid detail. Oh, Blair testifying about how you chased her up the stairs and how she trembled when you broke down the door. I read it all in the papers.
Well, don't believe everything you read. Any decent editor will tell you that the facts are just guidelines.
Oh. All right. Well, let's put your little theory to the test. I went out this morning. I got some papers while you're still sleeping. Let's see. Philadelphia Spectator. Huh? Nothing interesting. How dare she?
Who?
I don't believe this. What a horrible picture of me.
When Margaret reads this, she's gonna think the cops are after her, and that's gonna make her good and nervous.
And then she'll start making mistakes.
That's right. And lead us straight to your daddy.
That's good and everything, but Dad's been gone for way too long, and he still hasn't gotten in touch with us. I mean, don't you think he should have by now? I mean, what if she's done something really bad?
Star, don't say that. Now, come on, sit down. Let's order. Look, you just have to be patient. All right? I'm gonna bring your daddy home right where he belongs. I promise you, okay? Here.
Please, don't do this to me. Can't you see how hard this is for me?
I just thought while you were here, you could stay and help me feed him. You're always better at that than me.
I don't know if I...
Oh, come on, Kelly. Blair and Star aren't gonna mind. Just stay.
Well, maybe just for breakfast.
There you go. Here. Why don't you hold him, huh? He wants to go to his mommy, doesn't he? There you go.
Hi, look at you. You're so big, aren't you? Hey, what are we eating here, huh? Let's see what we got.
All right, listen, I gotta take this. Sorry.
So good.
Hey, Emerson, what's going on?
That's delicious.
No, listen, it's... No, thanks for telling me. I'll talk to you tomorrow. All right. The Chandlers are in court for a second time trying to get a DNA test on Ace.
Well, why would they need that? Babe already knows that Ace is... that James is her son.
Well, why would J.R. Chandler need a second test?
Look, Marcy, Michael's gonna be okay. John just thinks he went off by himself to think things over.
That's just it. I know that we broke up, but I hate for him to be alone right now.
John doesn't want him to be alone either. That's why he's doing everything in his power to find out who did kill Tico.
No, I know. I'm just afraid that John's gonna run out of time. You know, I know how these things go. I worked at LPD. The DA and the mayor, they're gonna start putting pressure on them to close this case, and then, you know, they're gonna force them to arrest a suspect before they're even ready. What if it's Michael?
Look, Marcy, you have to trust John. He's very good at his job.
I guess so. I can't stand around here, wasting my time, hanging out, doing nothing. Jessica was a witness. You know, why can't she remember who she saw in Tico's room that night?
Well, there's just no luck yet, but I don't know. Maybe you should go talk to Jessica.
No, I can't do that.
Yeah, go talk to her, you know? Maybe something's come back to her.
Well, maybe that's not such a bad idea after all. Thanks. Excuse me.
Hi, Marcy.
Hi. Look, I normally wouldn't do this, and I probably, this is not something that you want to talk about, but it's really crucial.
What is it?
Well, Michael's in really big trouble, and you may be the only one who can save him.
What? Were you saying something to Natalie you didn't want me to hear?
I was just saying it's dangerous to have a gun in the house if you don't know what you're doing.
Well, if we needed a lesson on gun safety, we'll sign up for the seminar. Permit.
Just because it's legal doesn't mean it's smart, Chris.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Leave this guy? If I want to buy a gun, how the hell is that his business?
It's not. But it's my business. Okay, I'm your wife. You should be able to tell me anything, Christian. Why didn't you tell me about that gun?
Look, you're the only one who saw Tico Santi's killer. I mean, if there's any way you can remember anything about that night, Jessica...
Marcy, everybody wants to solve this.
It's okay. I wish I could remember, Marcy. I want to clear Antonio.
Well, Michael's involved now, too.
I know. I'm trying. I'm trying really hard to remember, but I just can't. I don't know what to tell you.
The Green Oak murders.
The what?
Well, it was a mystery novel that I read. And in it, this librarian, she sees this guy get murdered, and she's so traumatized that she completely blocks out everything.
Oh, it sounds familiar.
Well, in the book, the detective, he gets her to remember the last thing that she remembered and then retrace everything from that point. You know, maybe we could do something like that.
It was a book.
I know. I realize that it sounds really silly, but... Jessica, you know, maybe we could go to the hospital. What could it hurt to give it one more try? Maybe you can remember something, anything.
I don't know.
Please, Jessica. Can you give it just one more try? Michael's whole life could depend on this. Please.
I was planning to tell you about the gun.
John said you had it since yesterday.
You're right. I should have told you. I just didn't want you to worry. I'm sorry. I love you so much.
I love you too.
Do you love me as much as you did before I went away?
Christian, of course. Why would you even ask me something like that?
Well, I know it hasn't been easy living with me since I got back.
Listen, I didn't take a vow to stop loving you when it wasn't easy.
That vow, that was a long time ago. I'm talking about what we have now.
I don't understand. I mean, they're not two different relationships.
To me, they are.
So, will you go to the hospital with me? Jess?
All right.
Thank you. Thanks.
Are you sure you want to do this?
Maybe it'll help both you and Michael.
Can I go with you?
Yeah, I'd like that. Thank you.
Okay, let's go.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah, it's a bag.
Look inside the bag. You can get Carlotta's DNA off of the mug inside that bag to compare with Christian's.
That'll prove if he is or isn't her biological son. It's a good start, thanks.
Now all you have to do is get a DNA sample from Christian or whoever he is.
Without his consent, the only way to get it is from Natalie.
Christian? Maybe if... Look, I know that we both have changed, but of course, I mean, I still love you the same as before you were gone. I don't understand why you feel differently.
I guess when I was on that ship, I forgot how to feel anything. And then I came home and saw you again, and it was like seeing you for the first time. Touching you, kissing you, making love to you. It was all new. I guess what I'm trying to say is that I feel like I fell in love with you like it was the first time. Maybe even better.
Okay, but, I mean, you're not saying that... I mean, you're still you, right? I mean, no matter what happened before, you're still Christian.
Yeah, sure. Who else would I be? I'm gonna take a shower.
Okay. That man upstairs is the same man that I married and the same man that I fell in love with.
Then prove that I'm wrong. Get me that sample.
I'm not going behind Christian's back.
Even though you might be living with a stranger?
I'm sorry, Christian.
I don't get it. How many DNA tests does J.R. Chandler need?
As many as it takes to get his hands on this little boy.
Well, that's not gonna happen.
How are you gonna stop it?
I'm gonna get their petition thrown out of court.
Look, your lawyers are good, but they may not be that good. The Chandlers have a lot of friends.
Yeah, well, I'm lieutenant governor of this state. Our people take my calls. Adam Chandler's not gonna bully anyone.
I think Asa just wants to challenge them all to a duel. Solve it that way.
I don't need Ace's help either, okay? Ace is my son. I'll protect him.
I only wish you could, Kevin. I wish we could just, change the past and go back, but we can't. We can just make sure that we don't make the same mistakes again. Right? Those are good stuff.
You know, it's not too late. I would really like to have you on my side.
Sorry, but the only side I'm on is his.
Margaret's very dangerous. I'm not letting you anywhere near her.
What about Dr. Troy? I mean, he would be dead if it wasn't for me right now.
Yeah, and you weren't looking for Dr. Troy when you found him, and you're not going to go looking for your daddy.
Oh, please.
Star, it is very dangerous. I don't know how many times I have to tell you that, so just leave that up to Dorian, me, and the cops. Clear?
Crystal.
Great.
Oh, the nerve of that woman. I am gonna slap her with the biggest libel suit this town has ever seen.
Do you ever listen to yourself, Margaret? The story is accurate. You have kidnapped me.
Well, she doesn't have any proof of that. Oh, that's it. The gloves are off now. Oh, and I know how to get you to make a baby.
Whatever it is, it's not going to work. How many times do I have to tell you I'd rather die?
Did I say anything about threatening you?
Okay, so after you got out of bed and left the room, do you remember coming into the hallway?
Sort of. I was just on so much medication I couldn't really see clearly. Everything was hazy. My legs, they felt hollow. I thought I was gonna fall, so. I leaned on this screen for support. And I turned around and I saw Tico lying on the bed. And I saw someone standing over him.
Who was it?
There, is that better?
What? Forget the towel. What were you saying about threatening me?
Well, I realize that some people need to be riled up to get in the mood.
What are you going to do?
But you need to relax.
What are you going to do?
I'm not going to be threatening you any longer, Todd. That obviously doesn't motivate you. From now on, I'll be threatening Blair's life.
Maybe it's something about Dad. I don't know his number. Hello?
Yeah, is this Blair Kramer?
Yes, it is. Who's this?
Lou Solano, Lou's Garage. You were here the other day?
Yes. Yes, I was asking you if you'd heard anything about Margaret Cochran. Have you seen her?
Yeah. She was here not long ago. I called as soon as I saw the morning paper. Your office gave me a number. I hope that's okay.
Oh, that's just great. Wait, Lou, I'm losing you. Just stay where you are, and I'll be right there. Thank you. Gotta go.
Natalie? You here? Hi.
Hey, Natalie.
Is that what I think it is?
You wanted a sample? Just take it to the lab quickly, have Christian's DNA analyzed, and then I want you to leave Christian and me alone.
Just keep focusing. Who do you remember seeing in Tico's room?
I can see a hand, and it's a hand with a glove on it, and they're standing right beside Tico. They're standing right over him, and they pulled the plug.
Who, Jessica? Who was it? Who pulled the plug?
Oh, my God. I remember.
Stay tuned for scenes from the next.
On the next One Life to Live. What's it gonna be, Todd? Give life to our little baby? Or end the life of your bride? Did you remember? Who was it who killed Tico?
You did the right thing.
Then why do I feel like I'm betraying Christian?
How are you betraying me?